if I found a magic genie bottle in a ditch somewhere and I rubbed it and a genie come out, they said, I'm gonna give you 3 facts about your life. And the first one is, you've had 37 motor outs while flying. I would think that he was pulling my leg. I think it's probably been more. Majority of them I don't capture on video. I probably video 1 out of every 10 flights that I do on a paramotor. I just rarely turn the camera on. I fly so much that it's very difficult to actually not fill the card up every day or two. If I was recording every flight, I mean, I got no room. I got no hard drive room for that much video, nor would I have time to edit that much footage. I do wear the camera on the helmet, and of course all the fun, exciting, YouTube-worthy things happen when the camera's off. If you turn it on, it's pretty mundane, makes the stupidest videos in the world. But I had a motor out. I was flying a morning flight over town. I say over town in the sense that I was over a grassy area and a park in the middle of town, and I had a motor out. Turned out spark plug fell out. I turned the camera on right after the motor went out, and I'm like, oh, I guess I'm doing an emergency landing now. That sounded bad. This is it. Guess what? Looks like I had a microphone failure on the helmet cam. I shot the vlog on the way to work before I reviewed the footage. Yeah, welcome to my world. What a day, what a day. So this is the footage. It does, it works sporadically. We're back to sporadic microphone shenanigans again. I love making videos, all the quality. Thank you for watching. So there's no audio until I actually hit the ground, and apparently when I started taking steps, the microphone jostled into place and it started picking up a few of the words that I was saying. But what I was describing here was the approach. You want to kind of hug the edges of the field. You can see my field there. I keep looking back at it, making sure I got a glide, and I'm trying to stay around the outer edge of the field so that I can always turn into it when I get low. And of course, I'm aiming so that I'm at the back of the field here. I'm going to hit it long ways. There's no wind to speak of. It's a very calm morning. It's just zeroed out. I've got really, really slick shoes on. There's zero traction. So I do slip a little bit. But anyway, the mic's fixing to come back on. Here you go. Whoa, it's slippery. Yeah, I know, terrible content, right? Well, I didn't bring a wing bag, but I brought a phone. So I called a couple of guys at the field. I walked over here where they could see me from the highway and got a retrieve. Guess it helps. What I'm saying is, I guess it helps if you have a spark plug in the engine. I wonder if the threads are good, if it blew out exactly. Turns out the threads were fine. I put a new plug in it, torqued it down, motor runs fine. Huh. Yeah, at least it was an easy diagnostic. So this is probably what a motor out looks like. Sorry, it's not anything exciting. I just glided down and landed in a park. Already had the park picked out. That's what makes it so mundane. Is I guess it did get exciting. I slipped a little bit on landing. Looks like text messages are inbound. I'm headed to the drugstore. Maybe I'll get this thing edited and out to you. That's just, oh my God, I can try to shoot a vlog here. I'll be at the store in about 10 minutes. That's somebody wanting drugs. I know what that is. It's always somebody wanting to get high, either paramotors or drugs. I'm just kidding. That's a legit question there. But that's what a motor out looks like in a real live fire scenario. And if there's a lesson to be learned here, it's keep your bailouts always, especially when you're low. If you're low and you ain't got room to do a turn, you're landing. Like at any point, you might be landing. So be ready for that, right? Anytime I'm low, I'm looking 2 turns ahead. I'm looking at the climb out, and you should be too. If you have a motor out and you say, oh shit, and you crash land somewhere and really that's the first skill you really want to master with a paramotor, is motor out landings. You know, the motor's gonna die. Again, I've lost count. I've lost count how many times my motor has died on me. Definitely in the double digits. I don't think it's triple digits yet. 30 to 50 would be my guess as to how many times I've had a paramotor, for whatever reasons, out of gas multiple times, spark plug out 3 times, muffler exploding twice, gas line crack, primer bulb failure, carburetor junk, bolts getting loose, airbox coming off. Some of these are on like multiples as well. Some of them are multiples as well. Sometimes I just kill it because it don't sound right. And I mean, consider a motor out, even though I'm turning it off manually. It's a motor out. You know, you're landing without the motor, which is how you should learn to land anyway. It's the first skill. It's the first skill. Not landing, but approaching. You learn your approaches first. Landings actually don't really matter that much. Bad landings rarely hurt people. You usually get dirty pants. Not on the inside, on the outside. So those of you that don't know, once you do one kind of shitty landing, you're like, oh, okay, well that wasn't terrible. Wasn't terrible. I've seen terrible ones, but rarely do people get hurt on landings. Unless they're crashing into some shit because they didn't pick their approach right. Do good approaches, everything works out good. I'm gonna quit rambling. I'm gonna quit rambling. I've gone on far enough. I don't have much else to do on the way to work, so that's what you get. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you real soon in the next one. Much love, y'all. Kyle out.